It is 11:45 p.m., and the village has fallen into a heavy silence. Ravi pulls his motorcycle to a stop. He cuts the engine, the sudden quiet filling the space around him as he begins the short walk toward his front door. The only things moving are a slight breeze through the trees and the sound of dogs barking somewhere in the distance. Physical isolation forces the mind into a state of high alert. In the absence of other people, the brain begins to treat the silence itself as something to be scrutinized. He reaches the edge of his property, just a few yards from the entrance. Before Ravi even reaches for his keys, his brain is already cataloging the scene: the way the gate is resting, the unnatural stillness of the air inside the porch. He hasn't seen a threat, but his nervous system is already reacting to the shift in his environment. This chart captures the disconnect of a panic response. While Ravi's conscious awareness of any danger remains flat, his heart rate begins to violently shudder. His chest is suddenly thumping with a heavy, rhythmic weight. He stops for a second, trying to find a reason for the sudden chill. He mutters to himself that something feels wrong, but he can't point to a single thing that has actually changed. In that moment, the familiar threshold of his home ceases to be a guaranteed sanctuary. The feeling of safety is replaced by a cold, rising uncertainty before he even turns the lock. He opens the door and steps inside. The interior is a wall of thick, unmoving darkness. Ravi reaches out, his hand moving through the empty air as he fumbles along the wall, trying to locate the light switch. Then a sound, a sharp metallic tuck, echoing from the corner of the room. He spins around. For the briefest flash, a shadow darker than the room itself shifts right behind him. When we are deprived of sight, the brain turns the volume up on every other sense. In total darkness, a single floorboard creak or a passing shadow can trigger a physical state of trauma. Ravi's body locks into a freeze response. His hands are trembling, and his breath hitches, trapped in his throat. Who is it? There is no response from the dark. Suddenly, the lights click on, flooding the room with a harsh, surgical glare. A man is standing in the middle of the room. He is silent, eyes fixed on Ravi, holding a knife. Ravi's mind begins to race through a chaotic loop of survival math. He calculates the distance to the door, the weight of the furniture, and the speed of the man in front of him. This is cognitive overload. The brain's analytical centers are being overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the immediate physical threat. The intruder takes a single heavy step forward. Ravi instinctively stumbles back, his heels catching on the rug. His vision narrows until the rest of the room disappears. The only things that exist are the blade and the sound of his own pulse hammering in his ears. Inside his skull, the amygdala, the brain's alarm bell, pulses with energy, shutting down the prefrontal cortex's logic centers. It issues direct chemical orders, flooding the bloodstream to prepare the body for fight or flight. In this moment, the modern human disappears. What remains is a biological machine programmed by thousands of years of evolution to do one thing: survive. Ravi reaches the limit of his fear. He realizes that if he waits another second, he won't be able to move at all. He lunges. His hand sweeps across the side table, closing around a heavy object as he throws his entire weight forward to defend himself. The lights go out. The story ends there, in the dark. Our lives are defined by these tiny windows of time. When the logic we rely on every day fails us, we are left with nothing but the raw, primal instincts that have kept our species alive since the beginning.